I know that ain't who I think it is.
I ain't dreaming.
What is this? Huh? This is rock.
Hell no.
In and out, how we be moving. All gas, no break, yo, we be cruising. You and I.
Jared Goff.
Yo,
From the glory of Los Angeles.
I remember that was for a while they was acting like golf. Well, they not acting like they was saying golf was underachieving. For him to be doing what he doing in Detroit this year, cooking, man.
To the football slums of Detroit, Jared Goff's NFL journey feels like something out of a movie.
No games tonight. Nah, I won't be able to play games right now because my PlayStation tripping.
He started off as the Golden Boy, the first
Games tomorrow. Matter of fact, since we done did this will be 3 straight reaction streams. Maybe tomorrow the whole tomorrow stream could be games. It just depends on how we'll do it.
overall pick, hailed as the LA Rams savior. He reached the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, the Game Awards tomorrow too.
And seemed destined
Hey,
for
we'll check out winning game of the year.
greatness. But then everything fell apart. Criticism began, and the Rams shipped him off to a struggling Detroit Lions team. But here's the twist. Jared Goff didn't fade away. He fought back. Now he's not just surviving in Detroit, he's actually thriving, leading a resurgence that nobody saw coming. So how did a quarterback written off as a failure rewrite his story? Today, let's dive into the rise, fall, and rise again of Jared Goff. But if you guys do want to enjoy the video, make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe.
I gotta finish playing the Elden Ring DLC. We did a good bit of getting through it, but there's a lot that I have to do. Now, after we finish the Wukong, I don't know if I'll bring that back. Maybe I'll just beat that off stream. I don't know. But with me playing Wukong, about to get ready to finish this game, how the does that DLC beat a whole... How does that beat Wukong? It's DLC, and Wukong got amazing gameplay. The visuals is fire as shit. And the storytelling through the chapters is tough.
Subscribe button because that would mean a lot to me, but let's hop into it. Jared Goff was born on October 14, 1994, in Novato, California, into a family that already had sports in its DNA. His father, Jerry, was a former Major League Baseball player who spent 6 seasons as a catcher. So, from an early age, Jared was surrounded by athletic influences and a competitive spirit. But while his dad's game was baseball, Jared gravitated toward the football field. Growing up in Marin County, just north of San Francisco, Goff idolized Joe Montana and Steve Young, 2 legends who have defined the glory days of the 49ers. Those dreams fueled his passion, and he quickly stood out at Marin Catholic High School, where he became the starting quarterback as just a sophomore. In his 3 years under center, Goff threw for over 7,600 passing yards and 93 touchdowns, breaking school records left and right. It wasn't just the numbers though, it was his pocket presence, precision, and ability to lead this team deep into the playoffs year after year. By the time he graduated, Goff had established himself as one of the top quarterback prospects in California, earning offers from several Division I programs such as Boise State, Fresno State, and Washington State, before ultimately choosing to attend the University of California, Berkeley. When Jared Goff arrived at Cal in 2013, the expectations were not exactly sky high. Their football program was struggling, coming off a 3-9 season, and Goff had to compete for the starting.
The Ira Sunshine? Man, I thought that was Trevor Lawrence. I'm telling you the truth. That motherfucker Clemson. I'm always talk about freshman year Trevor Lawrence was crazy, bro.
Quarterback role as a true freshman, but it did not take long for him to make his.
Last of Us 2 is that game. That game is not. I don't understand how you can play Last of Us 2 and say it's Is there some things that I want them to change with the story? Yes. Yes. But trash, y'all is tripping, and I know y'all too emotional for me to have conversations with. It might be that time. Last of Us might be on the way. I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to play on Harden, though. I hate that shit. Like, it's not fun. But we'll do a walkthrough, and I want to just see, like, how really just not with Abby like that. Like, no.
18 touchdowns, showing flashes of.
I heard the TV show was good. I stopped watching it. I do got somebody to blame. Shout out to the homie Ricky. We was doing reactions on the show, and he was telling me to not watch the show when it was live. And then we fell off on our reactions, and I couldn't finish the motherfucking show. But I'll get back to it, though.
Even in tough conditions. The team's struggles were a wake-up call, but they didn't shake Goff's confidence. Instead, he doubled down on his preparation, emerging stronger in his sophomore season.
I hate
in 2014, Goff
horrible sex scene. We supposed to be watching this football reacts. Yo, that horrible scene. They should have kept them chests wrapped up and tight. We are good on that.
Turned the corner. He threw for 3,973 yards and 35 touchdowns,
what I mean?
breaking single-season records and leading Cal to a 5-7 finish. Still a losing season, but a big improvement. It was clear that Goff wasn't just a talented quarterback. He was a leader capable of elevating a really bad program. By his junior season,
Abby gameplay segments, I swear I'm finna leave it alone. Her segments on that game was so fire. Like some of her set pieces and shit. I feel so bad for y'all that was playing her part of her game and was mad. That's tough.
Season in 2015, Goff had transformed into one of the top quarterbacks in the country. He passed for 4,719 yards and 43 touchdowns,
another man,
setting new Pac-12 records along the way. Under his leadership, Cal finished with an 8-5 record and won their first bowl game in years.
8-5,
Goff's arm strength, quick release, and ability to read defenses caught the attention of NFL scouts, and it wasn't long before he declared for the NFL draft. By the time he left the University of California, Berkeley, Goff had rewritten the entire school's record books, holding nearly every passing record imaginable.
Okay. Nice stats. He went first overall. They was 8-5. They didn't win.
Including career yards with 12,195 and
better
touchdowns with 96.
We're not even talking about Stroud right now.
He had proven that he could carry a program on his shoulders, and now he was ready to take his talents to the NFL. But as Goff would soon learn, the next level would bring challenges he'd never seen before. Heading into the 2016 NFL Draft, Jared Goff was one of the most interesting prospects in recent memory. On one hand, his college...
Look, I ain't gonna lie. I find it funny how people use that team was trash for certain players, but for certain players they don't. They pick and choose. Real sports is like so biased because it be other players that shine and having great seasons and like that. But then they don't want to hear that. Yo, you ain't do this in the playoffs. How many playoff wins? How many of that? But if I start to bring up their team, it's excuses. But with him in college, like team, you know what I'm saying?
Were undeniable.
Stop grouping me in that. All right, man.
12,000 passing yards and nearly 100 touchdowns in 3 seasons at Cal. On the other hand, questions were raised about his skinny frame, his ability to handle pressure, and how well
New Year's Eve. They waiting.
His skills would translate.
I might do it on stream. I don't know. That's kind of an intimate moment. Maybe I'll do it off stream.
Cal's air raid offense to the NFL. Still, Goff's natural talent and football IQ made him one of the top quarterback prospects alongside Carson Wentz. The LA Rams, fresh off their move back to LA and desperate for a franchise quarterback, would make a bold move. They traded a haul of draft picks, including 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, and 2 third-round picks to jump from the 15th to first overall.
Wait a minute.
It was a massive gamble, but the Rams believed Goff was the guy to lead their new era. On April 28th, 2016, this would happen.
With the first pick in the 2016 NFL,
You're gonna be eating mold.
the Los Angeles Rams.
That's not mold work, bro.
Jared Goff.
Goff was named the first overall pick of the NFL draft. He was now officially the face of the LA Rams. Expectations were sky high as Goff stepped into one of the league's biggest media markets at the centerpiece of a franchise that had not made the playoffs in over a decade. But Goff's selection wasn't without its controversy. Critics questioned whether he was NFL ready, especially since he had never taken snap from under center in college. Others wondered if the Rams gave up too much to draft him.
Yo, you know
Despite
what's
the noise,
like the narratives that have now gone away that used to be a major thing. Like I remember teams used to talk about it. If you came from a spread offense where you would never under center, they'd be like, yo, could he get under center and do this? Like, but now, if you watch quarterback evaluations, they never do that no more. Never, because most teams always the shotgun now.
Goff remained
the NFL started to become more like college.
Focused and ready to prove himself. Little did he know his rookie season would be one of the toughest stretches of his life, making even more questions about whether the Rams made the right choice. Jared Goff's rookie season in 2016 was, in a word, brutal. The Rams were a team in transition, a new city, a coach, and a roster that lacked the weapons and protection a young quarterback needs to succeed. Goff began the season on the bench behind veteran Case Keenum, and it wasn't until week 11 that he finally got his shot. Unfortunately, it wasn't the fairy tale debut many had hoped for. Jared Goff's first career start came against the Miami Dolphins, and while he showed flashes of potential, the offense sputtered, just scoring 10 points in a very bad loss.
Let me see these names. We're not gonna look at the offensive linemen. Shout out to them. Greg was a first round pick. They drafted him high. I remember Greg Robinson. Right? But it's him, a young Ty Gurley, Kenny Britt. Kenny Britt at this point was up there in age. Tavon was never in the NFL. He ain't never really cooked like that. Like, he had moments. I don't want to make me think like just trash, but Tavon wasn't what we thought he was gonna be. What else? I don't know who Corey is, and then Lance Kendricks. I feel like he was decent, or at least he later became decent, or maybe I just know his name.
And while he showed flashes of potential, the offense sputtered, just scoring 10 points in a very bad loss. It quickly became clear that the jump from Cal's air raid system to the complexities of an NFL offense would take some time. Goff started the final 7 games of the season, and the results were far from ideal. The Rams went 0-7 in those games, and Jared Goff struggled, throwing just 5 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. Many were already labeling Jared Goff as a bust, but little did anyone know what would happen the following season. After a rough rookie campaign, everything changed for...
Let me see what these tweets said. Jared Goff is a bust. Jared Goff is officially a bust. I don't know what this will say down here. It say he a bust. Like, it'd be crazy. Be quick to label and just call somebody a bust or something.
Would know what would happen the following season. After a rough rookie campaign, everything changed for Jared Goff in 2017. The LA Rams hired Sean McVay, a young, offensive-minded head coach who was determined to unlock Jared Goff's potential. The turnaround...
Yo, that motherfucker, his other coach is Fisher. That motherfucker sucks. I feel like he one of the reasons why Vince Young wasn't as good as he was supposed to be in the NFL. I'm going to just call a ball, strike. Honestly, man.
Round was immediate. With McVay's new scheme, Goff thrived, throwing for 3,804 yards, 28 touchdowns to just 7 interceptions. The Rams' offense became explosive, leading the league in points per game, and Goff became the quarterback many had envisioned he would become. He was taken number 1 overall. The Rams went 11-5, winning the NFC West for the first time since 2003. Though they lost in the wild card round to the Atlanta Falcons, the season was a massive success. Goff silenced many of his critics and proved he could lead a winning team. In 2018, Goff took another big step forward, surrounded by a talented supporting cast that included Todd Gurley, Brandon Cooks, and Robert Woods. Goff threw for a career-high 4,000.
I like them weapons.
Included Todd Gurley, Brandon Cooks, and Robert Woods.
Hey, Brandon Cooks and Robert Woods. This is when Robert Woods was in LA. That motherfucker was balling back then. Cooper Kupp. I think Kupp was there, but Kupp didn't start off high from what I remember. I did remember watching the draft and seeing them draft Cooper Kupp. I was like, who the is that? Little did I know this become a beast.
Goff threw for a career-high 4,688 passing yards and 32 touchdowns. The Rams started the season 8-0 and finished 13-3, cementing themselves as one of the league's top teams. Goff's signature moment came in Week 11 against the Kansas City Chiefs in one of the wildest games in NFL history, where he threw for 413 yards and 4 touchdowns in a 50-51 shootout victory. The LA Rams would march through the playoffs, defeating the Dallas Cowboys and Saints to reach Super Bowl 52. However, the magic ran out at the biggest stage. Facing the New England Patriots, Jared Goff struggled against Bill Belichick's defense, completing just 19 of 38 passes for 229 yards and an interception.
You ain't been here the whole stream. Now the Patriots about to win the Super Bowl. I need you to get the out of here, bro. Please and thank you.
In a 13-3 loss. The 2019 season marked the start of some troubling trends for Goff and the Rams. The team missed the playoffs with a 9-7 record, and Goff's performance dipped noticeably. He threw for 4,638 yards, but just had 22 touchdowns against 16 interceptions, often struggling with turnovers and decision-making under pressure.
Sorry, you're a Patriots fan. Whatever, get him out.
The offensive line, which had become a strength in 2018, had
Drew Brees out of the Super Bowl. Yes, they did. Saints fans, I'm so sorry. That is one of the most egregious no calls I've ever seen in my life. Bro. Like, man.
Regressed significantly, leaving.
I think that Patriots getting Travis, absolutely not. Please, God, no. I've been rooting for this since freshman year. I want to root for him in the NFL. I'd much rather this be a Jacksonville Jaguar than a Patriot. Please, no.
Goff vulnerable to sacks and hurried throws. Additionally, star running back Todd Gurley's production declined due to injuries, forcing more of the offensive burden onto his shoulders. The 2020 season proved to be the tipping point for Goff's time in LA. While the Rams did go 10-6 and make the playoffs, Goff's inconsistencies became a major
We don't
storyline.
want him. Who your
He
team,
threw
Kobe?
for just 3,952 yards, 20 touchdowns, and 13 picks. Decent numbers, but far from the elite level the Rams expected. Goff's relationship with coach Sean McVay, which was once a strength, appeared to deteriorate as the season wore on. In the wildcard round against the Seattle Seahawks, Jared Goff played with a broken thumb and led the team to a gritty win. But the following week, the LA Rams were eliminated by the Packers, and Goff's days in LA were numbered. In the following offseason, this happened.
Yeah, the Patriots don't want him good. Yeah, no Travis to the Patriots, man. I'm being honest, but he don't even fit y'all scheme, bro. Don't do that. He don't got the Patriot way. He like to dance too much and shit. Nah, man, hell nah. Don't bring that shit out there, bro. Stand on y'all morals, man.
CBS Sports HQ, and it is
All right, here go the trade.
monster news. A blockbuster trade in the NFL. Detroit is dealing Matthew Stafford to the LA Rams in exchange for 2 future first-round picks, a third-round pick, and Jared Goff.
Travis don't
The
fit the
Rams
Patriots
made
at
it-
all. I'm gonna just tell you the truth, man. When a player that looks that great, what do you mean he don't fit? Like real, honestly, I don't want him to go to. What do you mean he don't fit? He can't play cornerback over there. He can't play receiver over there. Like that. He looked like he could be that good. Like when a player's that good, bro, you make the scheme. You make him fit in that goddamn scheme.
Blockbuster trade, sending Jared Goff 2 first-round picks and a third-round pick to the Detroit Lions in exchange for Matthew Stafford, in what would actually turn out to be one of the most win-win trades in NFL history. The Rams won their Super Bowl, and the Lions are a really good team that have a legit shot to win a Super Bowl this year. However, when Jared Goff arrived in Detroit, it felt like a massive step back. He went from the bright lights of LA to a Lions team that was in full-blown rebuild mode. With a new head coach in Dan Campbell and a roster devoid of star power, the expectations for Detroit and for Goff were very low. The 2021 season began rough. The Lions started 0-8, and while Goff had moments of solid play, he struggled to elevate a team that lacked talent on both sides of the ball. Injuries to key players like running back DeAndre Swift and tight end TJ Hawkinson only added to the difficulties. Despite the 3-13-1 record, there were signs of life late in the season. Goff led Detroit to 3 wins in their final 6 games.
Here we go. Goff from the
Ball, bro.
all the Nats what Detroit's doing. Goff passes it this time. Throws it. Caught.
He
Touchdown.
throwing that ball, bro.
Back to Goff. Got a man. It's caught by Wright. Racing to the end zone.
And it was in 2022 when Jared Goff began to rewrite his narrative. With an improved roster featuring standout rookie wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown, the dynamic DeAndre Swift, and an improved offensive line, Goff showed that he still had plenty left in the tank. The Lions' offense came alive under offensive coordinator Ben Johnson, and Goff thrived in the system. He passed for 4,438 passing yards, 29 touchdowns, and only 7 interceptions, ranking among the top quarterbacks in the entire NFL. The Lions finished the season 9-8, just missing the playoffs, but playing spoiler in Week 18 by defeating the Green Bay Packers to knock them out of postseason contention. By 2023, Goff was no longer seen as a temporary...
I be hating this. Like, I be needing my team to win 1 game, and then the team that ain't playing for nothing, they come up with so much motivation to make your not go nowhere.
But as the quarterback of the future for the Detroit Lions. The Lions built around him, adding more weapons like rookie sensation Jahmyr Gibbs and wide receiver Jamison Williams. With one of the league's best offensive lines and a defense on the rise, the Lions looked like a legitimate playoff contender. Goff continued to shine, putting up big numbers and leading Detroit to key victories. He demonstrated a new confidence in the pocket, making smart reads and avoiding the turnovers that have plagued him throughout his career. The Lions finished 2023 with a 12-5 record and won 2 playoff games before falling short in the NFC Championship game to the San Francisco 49ers, a game in which they held a massive halftime lead but unfortunately choked it away. Heading into this current season, you can actually say the Lions will win the Super Bowl and not have people laugh at you. It has been a long time since that has been the case. Lions fans know.
This is the first time in my life that you could really say, man, but the Lions might win the ball. Never, ever has that really been a thing. The Lions have been trashed my whole life, your whole life. So I think it's good for the NFL that a franchise like this is up, cooking in legitimate contenders. Now, Chad, I want to ask a question. Who y'all got winning it all?
Know that. So far this season, they have not disappointed. They are currently 10-1 and are looking like one of the best teams in the NFL.
Yeah, Megatron had us. As a dude that support Megatron, like everybody said was, y'all trash. I'm going to be respectful. And that's me being really respectful. While Megatron gave y'all good moments, y'all was trash. All right, let's keep going.
Lions have been so dominant that they've dropped scores.
Lions, Packers, not gonna lie. Chiefs, Philly, trash with the GOAT. Watch your mouth. Nah, I won't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So y'all made that retire. It did. They got 2 GOATs to retire. I don't know another team that did. Steelers, Ravens, Chiefs. I'm liking the names.
It was like 52-14 against the Titans, 52-6 against the Jaguars, 47.
The Texans was trash too. I didn't say that we wasn't. So I want you to admit your team was trash though, because a lot of y'all got their problem. Y'all, when your team be doodle as, I mean, like how the Lions was absolutely garbage. Y'all don't even want to say that, but like not too much. No, it's trash.
9 against the Cowboys, 42-29 against the Seahawks, and many other very dominant performances. But this is a Jared Goff video, so I have to mention his week 4 touchdown catch against the Seattle Seahawks.
No, bro.
Not something I'd ever think we'd see. I have to give some credit to Dan Campbell as well. The scheme is just really good. And sure, he can be a risky guy sometimes, but it typically pays off. He finds a way to utilize all the talent on this Detroit roster, and they look unstoppable so far this season. So look out for the Detroit Lions, and look out for Jared Goff, who is potentially in the running for MVP. You guys let me know in the comment section below. Do you guys think Jared Goff and
the Lions offense, they talented on all levels, bro. I think the only thing that's really gonna hurt them is, will their defense be able to make big stops in the playoffs where they need it? Because y'all defensive line, I don't know what, I thought it was gonna be more impressive than it is. It's okay. It's okay. But I think this is a legitimate Super Bowl contender. We not healthy right now. Nobody's healthy. That's not an excuse. Like, nobody healthy. No team is healthy. Nobody. All right. So it's will they make those stops? They all hurt. The Chiefs are not healthy. I guarantee if I get a real diehard Chiefs fan, they might tell us a couple players that's out that'll make an impact right now. Nobody's healthy, bro. Welcome to football. It's December. Everybody hurt. This is how you like. This is how a Super Bowl team overcomes those injuries. We gotta see. Boom. All right. Boom. Next reaction. I like that video.